You alright, sunshine?
Wagwan farm, I'm King Ross. Yes, I know it's Thursday, but WCPW. Blame them for my life being a f***ing mess this week. Here are your WTF moments for WWE RAW, which happened a f***ing long time ago, but what's a man to do? We kick things off with Corey Graves, who claims that when you think of best friends from throughout history, you think of Ashton Kutcher and somebody called Masterson. I don't know who the Masterson is, you probably do, but don't waste your time going, oh, it's Jimmy Masterson, or King Ross, I don't give a shit. Mentioning those two pricks first out of everybody throughout history when it comes to best friends would be like saying Jim Ross is the best commentator ever when I'm stood here with this thing, the WCPW commentator of the era for 2016. Look at it go. Look at it go. Next, we have a direct quote from Maggle Cole, who said, "You know it's going to be a good show when the commissioner, in brackets Stephanie McMahon, is kicking things off." Oh! Aye, that's right, Maggle, because everyone's favourite part of the show is when Stephanie McMahon comes out for the opening 20 minutes of a WWE RAW and spouts shit for 20 full minutes. 20 full minutes every pissing week, no matter what the weather for the past 7 years. And then, just to compile our misery even more, Roman Reigns came out to have a chat with Stephanie McMahon to kick off WWE RAW, because everyone's favourite segment is Roman Reigns and Stephanie McMahon having a conversation in a wrestling ring. I think this is a WTF moment. It might not be. If it's not, go f*** yourself. Normally good brother Carl Anderson has hashtag GB on his tights. This week on WWE RAW, he had hashtag BC. What could BC stand for, motherfuckers? Pompier cock? Bristol cities? That means titties. Before Christ? Birth control? Bill Clinton? Bill Cosby? Booty call? Butt crack? Beverly Crusher, who's apparently the doctor from Star Trek and apparently a very lovely woman. Breakfast cereals? Born crazy? Black cat, of course, the mascot of Sunderland AFC. Birth certificate. Beauty contest. Boot camp. Base communications. Battery commander. Battle command. Benefit cost. Body count. Battery charger. Bone conduction. Biometric consortium. Boundary condition. Biological chemical. Boston College. Or maybe it could be blotting climax, because you're all a bunch of dirty marks that blot into your designated wanking sock while watching the Graps and all this sick wank pheasant. But of course, as we all know, that hashtag BC actually means Bullet Club, because, and here is a huge scope for you that everyone on the internet seems to think is true regardless, what culture work with WWE? WCPW have booked the Bullet Club March 20th, March 21st, Manchester, Nottingham. This was subliminal advertising from WWE, all for WCPW's benefit. WC.PW for tickets and pay me my 150 ducats for f***ing advertising that shit. What the f*** is going on with the New Day? They're now pushing ice cream as a thing, which is quite ironic, don't you think? It's like, because they've never been colder than they have now. They used to be hot, they used to be on fire, but now they're cold as ice and ice cream. Fire, burn, ready to ignite. But it seems WWE don't have a f***ing clue what to do with the New Day, but they're gonna see every merchandise opportunity they can and hoy it straight down our gullets. I mean, I know how they feel. You get f***ing popular, you get 4 t-shirts made in your name while the rest of your colleagues only have 1 at most. That's how I feel. Don't get any merch money for it though. Don't get a f***ing penny. I don't get a f***ing penny. Emelina's debut. It took WWE 17 whole weeks to think of that shit. To me, it just said one thing. It said WWE realized they made a massive, huge, pointless error in renaming Emma and Emelina, saw the online reaction for Emma into Emelina, and then backtracked on it in the worst way possible. It wasn't Emma trolling the fans, it was just WWE tucking their big old willy between their legs and scuttling off with a mangina. I'm old Greg, I got a mangina. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, off. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men. After that house of a debut from Emelina, why the would WWE openly advertise the fact that she was trending worldwide? Didn't they know that every single tweet about Emelina's debut was negative? All over Emelina's cornflakes. I mean, they advertised Emelina trending, and if you were to go and have a look at the Emelina hashtag and the trending thing, you would have seen things like this. Emelina nixed because Emma couldn't play the character WWE wanted. There's no words of accurate description of how confusing and stupid 30 seconds that just made 7 weeks feel. WTF. Emelina, 17 weeks of build-up, reaction, didn't care. Emelina's debut reaction, what the is happening? I've just got a few tweets and written them down. I've not put the handles on because I don't care who they are. Nobody's as good as this sexual wank pheasant. One final one though was that Simpsons gif where Abe walks in and then turns around and then walks out again. Funny that, innit? Ha! So WWE, you're telling me that Mark Henry is the world's strongest man. He can pull lorries. There's footage from WWE's past where you see him with a thing on his tatty bojangles pulling a massive lorry. When it comes to lifting Braun Strowman, who weighs 385 pounds, or is it 75? 75 or 85. Either way, if it's 85, he hasn't been to the toilet yet. If it's 75, he's just been to the toilet, if you know what I mean. But continuity! I mean, with Braun Strowman being country strong, we all knew he was dense, but not that f***ing dense. He's thick AF. He's big E thick AF, with a bit more AF on top. AF squared. Dense both ways. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men. The sight of a WWE RAW commentary table without Maggle Cole. Oh. To keep things all tied in with this episode, because I love continuity, something WWE doesn't like with big country strong bro. You could say this is hashtag BCAF. Blotting climax as yeah! But how the will we know when Roman Reigns hits a Superman punch? So Maggle Cole left the commentary table to go and see Samoa Joe backstage for an interview. Samoa Joe, looking at Maggle Cole, no one else, did something like this. He gave Maggle the sex eyes and then licked his bastard lips. Why? But I suppose you could say Samoa Joe likes sexy Maggle Cole. Samoa Joe likes sexy Maggle Cole. Samoa Joe likes sexy Maggle Cole. In the same way that Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men. Next we have Cesaro, who claimed that Enzo and Cass were looking at him and Sheamus and called him and Sheamus the former WWE Tag Team Champions. But it turns out they're not the former WWE Tag Team Champions. They're the former Raw Tag Team Champions. They're two different sets of belts, I suppose, because of continuity and all that malarkey. We'll have to go hashtag BC, hashtag bad Cesaro. Next we have Maggle Cole, who was back from being given the sex eyes by Samoa Joe to call a standing kick from my bear, my spirit animal Ruru, an enziguri. Quite frankly, it's not. It's a standing kick like I just said. For more continuity, hashtag BC, hashtag bad commentary, hashtag bad Cole, hashtag blart in Cole's mouth. Money shot in Maggle Cole's mouth. It's John O'Clock! I can't believe it on WWE RAW! What the f*** is going on? Yes, it's John O'Clock on WWE RAW. During Teddy Long's Hall of Fame package, there was a little glimpse of JBL doing the Texas two-step without falling flat on his arse. WTF AF. Done some research, me. Chris Jericho claimed that Ralph Guggenheim is the premier minimalist and maximist artist in the world. However, it turns out, and I'm going to read this straight from Wikibastardpedia, he's actually an American video games designer working for Lucasfilms, Pixar, and Electronic Arts. He won Producers Guild of America Award in 1995 for his contributions to the film Toy Story. Chris Jericho? Chris Jericho, you know what happens when you lie on WWE RAW and get picked out by this sexual wank pheasant? You just been lawyered. That didn't quite work, does it? But you just be... Now we're going to take a time from your scheduled WTF moments to appreciate the sight you see before your very eyes. Here we have a middle-aged man in a sparkly hat and a sparklier jacket pointing at the creation of Kevin, however the they called it, where he's wearing no pants and his former best friend, his best friend as we're recording this, is flying towards him in some I don't know WTF nonetheless. Just look at this picture. And wanking to your blotting socks, it's WTF AF. Next we have this random shot of the dancing ladies that accompanied Chris Jericho down to the ring during the Festival of Friendship, which was shown at a random point when it shouldn't have been during said Festival of Friendship. Now, because I'm me, a sexual wanky P, I have an explanation for thee. What? Good then. As we know, Kevin Dunn takes care of all this for WWE, and as we all know also, there's a wanking epidemic going through WWE at the moment. Kevin Dunn was having a little Thomas tug, a Texas two-step tug over the dancing ladies. And then when he got to his hashtag BC, hashtag continuity, hashtag blotting climax, he went, oh, knocked himself forward, his teeth caught the lever changed the picture, they were shown on the screen, Kevin thought, they shouldn't be on the screen, blotted back all over himself, pulling the lever back, the same process. And a bit went into his teeth, making them more pristine and white than they already were. Pearly white blot teeth. Next we have the appearance of Gilbert. WTF, who saw this coming? Not you, not me, and if you say you do, you're a f***ing liar. But since Paul Robinson, my good friend Paul Robinson, did not appear at WCPW True Destiny on Sunday night, I suppose we can see why now. He appeared on WWE RAW, and I am here because I am a sexual wank pheasant to tell you why. It's because his old man's a f***ing dustman. He thought he was going to bed in his bin on Sunday night and then accidentally got into a shipping storage box, which was put on a f***ing plane and flown all the way to in America. He woke up in said storage box, so call me blimey, I'm in f***ing America. Let's go to WWE RAW because everyone loves a bit of f***ing Gilbert, who I am the twin f***ing brother of. So he inadvertently ended up in America and took a couple of bookings when he should have been at WCPW. Kevin Owens breaking my heart and turning on Chris Jericho. I worked 30 hours and 2 days for WCPW, had to come in, do a full day's work on Tuesday, had to go home, had to come in again and do a live stream on Tuesday night, get pissed, try and wake up on Wednesday, do a full day's work Wednesday, and now we're here on Thursday, and I've got to think of comedic material. I can't f***ing do it. Everyone else gets to have 2 days off. I have to come in and work every f***ing day. Where's the f***ing justice in that? So for this moment, I can't think of anything funny to say. Enzo Amore ran out and dropped his microphone. You'd be getting great content if I was well rested, but the fact of the matter is I'm f***ing knackered and deserve a break. Now we're back with Enzo Amore again, though, the mic dropping prick, and the moment where Cesaro tried to launch him over the top rope, Enzo didn't know where to wind his watch, bumped into the top rope with his chest, and then thinking, oh, The next spot requires me to be on the outside of the ring. Openly just stood there and hoid himself over the top rope. I mean, he wasn't discreet at all. JBL was more discreet over the fact that he wanks over big sweaty women during NXT TakeOver events. The job is more discreet about his receding hairline. The fact he wears a hat all the time means he's covering it all up. It was so bloody obvious, we can only assume from all of this that certified G, the G in certified G, means certified green. He's green as grass. He's a green motherfucker. Certified G, bona fide upperer.
Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men.
And that's it for the WTF Moments for WWE RAW. I've been King Ross, you've been a Dirty Mark. SmackDown might happen later today, it might be tomorrow. Who the knows?
We're never going to stop doing magazines called wrestling. It's time for issue 4, the first magazine of 2017. And to celebrate, we're looking back on the wrestling year that was, including end-of-year awards for best and worst matches of 2016, best and worst wrestlers of 2016, best and worst feuds, and many more. Also, a gigantic career retrospective on AJ Styles, Dixie Carter's crimes against wrestling, and how WWE should have booked the road to WrestleMania 2016, written by this sexual Catherine Wheel. As ever, the magazine is available now to order at shop.whatculture.com. For the love of God, buy it.